Welcome to the Mind of the Exoticpreneur, Club DOD Edition, where we are in the building with what you call a silent assassin of this motherfucker, because he been knocking shit down for years, right? But you will never know it. You just know the penis, but not know it, because this motherfucker is the one. Saying backwards is Neil. And he put a clap on that motherfucker. We call him Neil Vice in the building. Neil Vice, man. What's up, everybody? Come on, that wild shit. So with that being said, man, welcome and thank you for taking the time out to come on the show.
Oh, of course.
You know, first and foremost, let them know how to find you.
You can find me on socials, on Twitter at the Lion Emperor, on Instagram, same thing, but with underscores, the _Lion_Emperor. Most likely you could just Google me on, you could just search me on Pornhub under Leo Vice, and you'll find my stuff. So, have fun.
So, can you know, I just Willie met him for the first time here at the actually at the AVNs. And I seen him in a whole bunch of movies. I seen him in some Kieranor flicks. And me and we're just vibing in the VIP at the AVNs. This guy's a very interesting cat. I know we do the corn. Well, we also do the comics and anime talk. Like, this guy's knowledge is super extensive with that. So, of course, corn, but you gotta talk to him. You got one of the best opinions I ever heard when it comes to comics and anime.
So in the comic game and the anime game, what is your top 5 current and old?
Okay, well, we're gonna keep the two genres together to keep things a little bit simple, but my favorite anime number 1 is Fully Cooley.
Fully Cooley?
Yeah, the first season.
Okay.
Right? It's 6 episodes. It's crazy, but the more you watch it, the more you're like, oh, I get this. I see what they're doing in this. It's amazing. I love it. Number 2, Samurai Champloo.
Classic.
Right.
Classic.
Right.
I'm tight, though.
It's good, though. Every time you watch it, it's good. It's never, no bad episodes. And number 3, Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Another classic going on.
So you like that shonen kind of throwback?
See, I like when they have a story, when the writer knew from the beginning what they wanted to tell, they told the story and said, that's it. That's the story. That's what you're getting from me. I like that. And then I'm gonna throw 2 comic books in there. I'm gonna say, yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Nice.
That's the one that got me into the whole franchise. And then the Ultimate X-Men. That also, like, because those two go hand in hand. Yeah. They cross over a lot. And I absolutely love the Ultimate Universe. I think, I love Marvel in general, but when they rebooted it for modern times, I think they did a fantastic job, starting with Spider-Man, with that Ultimate X-Men storyline too.
Yes.
It's good. It's really good.
So what do you think of X-Men 97, the reboot?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Again, I grew up on that X-Men. That's a childhood show for me, right? So I'm thoroughly enjoying and loving. I'm waiting for every new episode. But again, it's like, I don't know how to split this other than, if they did that treatment to the Ultimate Universe, I would love that even more.
Man.
But I am 100% down to see the continuation of X-Men 97, because, again, that's my childhood, and they left so many storylines unanswered as my childhood. So to get some closure as an adult, it's like, oh, thank God, finally. I need closure in my life for these things,
Oh, man.
I bet, because they made Cyclops. They brought him back. Then and Storm with the Omega level, they took her to the level she should go to. So that's very nice.
No, and I always say Cyclops is one of my favorite characters, and I feel like he does not get the respect that he deserves. And like, it's not even just his power and so forth. It's that he's leading the pack. He's got a super high IQ when it comes to battle plans, tactics, and so forth. And just like, everybody likes Wolverine, but to me, Wolverine's kind of like, it's got the Superman problem, right? Too powerful to where his storylines aren't that fun and interesting, because you can't hurt the man. But Cyclops, he's a man. He's squishy. Things can happen to him, but things don't, because he's Cyclops. He's good.
Yeah.
And he prevents it not because he got healing powers or bows that never break, because he thinks things through and he doesn't do stupid shit.
Cyclops is like one thing.
Cyclops is
underrated, because he's just as good as a leader as Captain America.
Oh.
He's that good. He's underrated. I hope we get to see that Cyclops in the new Avengers Doomsday. Because the previews look like they might have the Cyclops we've been wanting to see since we were kids.
See, again, I think Cyclops could be leading the Avengers and do just fine. You can't throw Wolverine as a leader of the Avengers.
No.
It's not. You can, but it's not going to be a good team. But Cyclops, like he can run that. He could do that. You know what I mean? You could throw him in the leader of any group. He's running it. He's keeping that group disciplined and in charge and handling business.
I got a question for you. New, from the Final Fantasy, from the Fantastic Four franchise to the Doomsday, Jessica Alba or the new girl, I forgot her name,
Ooh,
as the
that's a tough one. Okay, I do like the performance from the new Sue Storm, but Jessica Alba though, it's Jessica Alba. If we gotta throw her in this current one, fantastic, right?
right,
But
because he also is a powerful Scarlet Witch.
all
Not
right.
Scarlet Witch, but no, there's Scarlet. No, that's not Scarlet Witch.
No, Scarlet Witch was
Oh my God, she was the
nah.
she was the assassin. What the fuck is her name?
No, just confusing her with Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
That's
so-
Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson.
So Black Widow, when she played Black Widow, and and as a the assassin, and then and she was the original Fantastic Four Missing Visitors.
Oh, that was Albert.
Yeah, Alba.
Albert was
Oh, you right. I am confusing them. So it's goddamn alike. They fucking me up now.
yeah, you confusing.
See?
But yeah.
I stand corrected. That's why I'm not on camera. I'm off camera. Fix my shit.
Oh, I know my superhero girl. I know the heroine. Scarlett Johansson is one of my favorites. I like Alba. I actually prefer, like, Jessica Alba is Jessica Alba, but the new girl's performance is fantastic. I think she's was a better actor and embodied Sue Storm better. Powers, even the motherhood stuff. And I used to read Fantastic Four as a kid. I haven't since I was an adult. But the old Sue Storm and the power she has, new girl, she did a great job.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you one bit, but I think again, they got a better storyline than the original Fantastic Four one. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if we gave Jessica Alba that storyline and that Marvel treatment, I think she could have done a fantastic job. But she had to work with what she had to work with. You know what I mean? She had to deal with what she had, and like, I don't think she did a bad job. But again, I fully agree with everything you said about the new one, though. I think the new one's just overall a better film altogether. But when you got better materials and better ingredients, you're gonna have a better product. So
from 1 to 10, what's your excitement for the Doomsday?
the only way I could possibly answer it is this: my excitement for Kang Dynasty was probably around like a 9, and for Doomsday it's like a 7 because I knew they had a last minute audible for Doomsday, and they're all that effort, all those years, all those Marvel movies to build up Kang Dynasty for them to shift last minute. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, hoping that they pull it off correctly. But you know that, like, all those things, this was not the game plan that they had. So, like, maybe they pull it off. Maybe they pull a Hail Mary miracle and just Doomsday is the movie we all want it to be. But
I know it better.
But I personally think Doom needed his own movie before being the big bad. You know what I mean? I personally think Doom needed his own moment to shine. And that's why my excitement for Doomsday is a little bit lower, because they gave Kang that moment to shine. They gave Kang the opportunity to be the big bad. And that last minute pivot without the opportunity for Doom to really show you why he's Doom makes me a little bit like, but who knows? I might be pleasantly surprised. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised. You know, I hope I'm wrong about this. But that's my thoughts on it right now, though.
Now, I just want to spin the block right back to it being an exotic entrepreneur. Dom P, ask him the questions about being an exotic entrepreneur.
Of course, you will be.
What you
amazing.
working? Well, what you
It's
working on?
amazing how we are thinking the same thing. He just got to say it out loud. I was already there, brother.
Right.
The whole thing. So, you know, in the transition of actually working in the industry, so we're
Right.
going from comics to consummations. Yeah. We'll say from animated asses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Proper transition, you know?
You know what I'm saying? We all work together. We likes it all.
Right.
You know, working in the industry as a professional and making it work for you and not against you. What was some of the earlier obstacles that you overcome to become stable in this industry now?
I think one of the biggest obstacles, especially, was just like getting established, so like people knowing who you are and treating you seriously, right? Especially as male talent, a lot of men are probably thinking this is like, how do I get into the industry? And there's not one easy way to do it. But when you're an absolutely nobody and nobody knows who you are, nobody wants to give you a shot, right? Because it's risky. What we do, it's a very vulnerable state. So nobody wants to just let some random dude be like use their body to build their brand and their name and establish themselves.
Right.
So that was the hard, tricky part, right? I was going to conventions to like network, meet people, talk to people in person, and kind of like, so we could vibe it out in person. So that way, getting lucky and getting a couple people to be like, yeah, you're a cool guy. We had a good conversation. I'm willing to give you a shot. I had to start my own production company from the beginning because, again, I couldn't bank on just like getting work from studios and so forth. So the game plan was I was starting my own productions. I was booking talent that I was meeting at events, and just slowly build your way up. And once you get some good work under your belt, and it goes out there, and people see the quality of what you're producing, then that starts getting the word about you. The buzz starts generating, right? But right off the bat, though, when you're a brand new no-name person who's just getting started in this, it's hard for people to want to give you the opportunity. And I don't fault them because, again, what we do is it puts people in a very vulnerable situation. And you're not going to let a stranger put you in a vulnerable situation for no reason.
True that. You said, if you was to paint a picture, and it's more direct, how did you fund it? To like start your own production company is expensive. Oh, well, it's expensive for me. I mean, I don't know if it was for you, but getting to that point of creating a production company, grinding it out, the funding is still there because you're still producing a movie.
Right.
Which requires a lot of moving parts. What was like, not being too specific, but what was some of like the parts?
Oh,
that you get on?
More than glad to talk about it. I've talked about this plenty before in other interviews, and before I started doing this, I was a graphic designer in the video game industry. So yeah, I worked for I was in the marketing department for one of the major video game publishing companies. I won't tell you exactly which company,
Right.
But I was there. I was there for about 6.5 years. I put in some work, I put in some time, and during those years, I saved some money. So by the time when I decided to start doing the production stuff, I had some money sitting around that I'd saved up, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself, I'm going to invest in my future, and I'm going to invest in my freedom. Because video games is fun, but at the end of the day, it's still the corporate world.
Yeah.
I was still in the corporate grind. It was still 9 to 5, and my destiny was still in someone else's hands. And that was the decision that, hey, in order to take control of my own life, I got to start my own business.
Right.
And honestly, it was up to me. I would make skate videos all day, but there's no money in skate videos. So, but you know where there's money in? This.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Yeah. Laying it down consistently.
Right.
Having fun with the buns.
Right.
Having fun with the buns. You feel me? So, cause like one of my personal idols is Greg Lasky.
Okay.
I really like, cause he
Absolute visionary right there.
Man, he put everything. And the fact of the matter that you was in gaming, I was in animation.
Okay.
Animation.
Nice.
So, I guess from one creative to another, what was it like organizing your thoughts to put it here? Cause now you're not doing it for somebody else.
Right.
You're doing it for yourself, and you're just. I know for me, I was extra critical. Like hypercritical, because now you know how things supposed to go, because you used to do it for everybody else.
Right.
So now you're doing it for yourself. Did it force you to become more critical, anal, or less than?
I think at the beginning is like you have to have a vision of what you're trying to achieve and create, right? Because like as any creative, you understand if you just start creating with no vision, you can end up anywhere, really.
Yeah.
So you got to have some sort of vision of what the goal was. And for me, it was I wanted to create the content that I wanted to see. And a lot of it was I like the amateurs. I like the intimacy and the romance of amateur content. But typically, I hate the horrible lighting and shitty camera angles that usually have companies do.
Right. Even if I'm using I got a little handheld right here, I still keep my lighting game strong.
Right. So my whole entire thing was trying to figure out how to make a version of something that feels authentic, that feels intimate, that feels romantic, with good lighting, good camera angles, and so forth. And once I knew what my vision was, getting to that final product was a lot easier because you have the foundation, you have the idea, you know where the goal is, so you just start building towards that.
Yeah. So, Max, I want you to hit him in because the fact that he's talent and y'all have now grown some stability in there. I want you to really I guess from a veteran to a youngin.
Okay.
You know, what would be the advice? Because I'm a youngin, but I'm a youngin on the production level. You know, because I want to be a producer in the studio on, right? But I want to work, but I'm working with male and female talent.
No.
You know, what is some advice that you could share, you know what I'm saying, to really keep it right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think the best advice
wanna start
is,
off with this one.
yeah. I think the best advice would be figure out what your niche is in this industry, find your lane, and be the best at that. Because this is a very saturated market. It's very highly competitive. And like everyone's, you know, this is the dream for a lot of people. And how do you in order to differentiate yourself from everybody else and set yourself apart from the rest of the crowd, you got to find what it is that you do well and do it better than everyone else. And that's sort of the key right there.
And that's sound advice. And that's what I'm trying to that's what I'm working to do. Like what's my niche or gimmick? Like they say that the word gimmick in wrestling or something. Yeah, I'm up for wrestling, Mark, too. But yeah, trying to find that. And I think I found some of it. So I'm working towards that. And basically to be different. Another thing, promotion too. Just trying to keep my promotion level up.
And I think the thing is, again, if you're constantly chasing trends, you're always going to be behind because you're chasing the trends. But if you stay solid with what you're doing, the trend will come around to you at one point, and now you're leading the pack.
That's sound advice. That's really shit, man.
Man, this is game on top of game on. Man, listen. Hey, listen. When I say sauce, stir it up, eat good, and have a full belly, this is all the game. Like, I don't want to keep you too long, but when it comes to dating, in the industry now, I interview Serenity Cox, Tyler Jenner, and Liz Rivers. All are married. And they were saying how they maintain their marriage because their marriage has lasted 7, 8, some 10 years. And some, I met one, their marriage, they've been married the whole time and they've been married for over 20 years. How do you manage? First of all, if you are dating someone, you know, how did y'all develop? And second, what was some of the secrets that you can share to maintain that health in the relationship where it stayed strong and consistent, being professionals in this industry as well as private?
Yeah, no, so I am dating somebody, and it's a sort of a long story, but it's a slow burn. But I think definitely the thing is start off as friends, right? Like you get to know each other, you start building that rapport. Because obviously, if you're in this industry and you're dating someone else in the industry, you're already fucking. So you know what I mean? Like, so if you're already fucking, like, there's no point to rush the relationship portion of it because you know, like, you kind of feeling things out, and once you find out this person is somebody that you vibe with on a foundational level, that you're like, oh, this isn't just like I think this person's hot, because everybody in this industry is hot. We're all kind of hot people. That's part of that's one of the requirements of the job is that people want to watch you have sex and shit, right?
Right.
But with that though, it's like when you find somebody who you get along with, that you build that fundamental core of relationship values and stuff like that, then you can move forward to like developing the relationship. And the main thing of whether it's you're shooting porn or being in a relationship, communication. You got to communicate with each other, because even though we may be performers, jealousy is still a thing. Like we're human beings. We have emotions, right? And it's not like the emotions don't exist because this is what we do for a living. We just have better coping mechanisms and better ways of dealing with it through proper communication.
Are you still expected to operate in the masculine or manly duties, even though she's like independent in herself financially and morally expected? Because sometimes, you know, she could be the sugar mama.
I think that's one of those things where in this industry you'll find out, because a lot of the women are very financially independent, that they're not necessarily looking for you to be the sugar daddy or anything like that. That there's no need for you to, as long as you're emotionally there, mentally there, like and just being a good like partner, helping them through their life, their struggles and stuff like that. That carries so much more weight because, again, financially, the women in this industry do way better than the guys.
Yeah.
So they don't, you know, they don't need us to be this like, oh, like let me pay for this, let me pay for that, and pay for this. What they need from us is, hey, long day at work. Let me help out. Let me take care of. Oh, you got some stuff you want to talk about? We can talk about this. We can do that. But they need you to be there emotionally, mentally, and like just be a good partner. And that's the key.
Man, listen, I've been taking notes this whole time because I've been trying to figure this shit out. It didn't matter if I had a regular girl
Right.
or a top tier girl. You know what I'm saying? Because you said one of the key things. We already fucking, but still, why are we tripping?
Right.
And the fact that he just unpacked all the sauce on that one. See, this is why he's Neo, the motherfucking one. He got a grip on that motherfucker, you? Because this boy just gave me the game, the Matrix, close to the Matrix.
Right.
So I think if y'all ain't get it, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely got it.
Hey, man, so shit. Let them again. Tell them how they can get a hold of you. Come on, bro. You know?
Yo, again, you can find me on Twitter at The Lion Emperor, or you can find me on Instagram, _Lion_Emperor, or again, you could just search Leo Vice on Pornhub, and my videos pop up, and then again, enjoy, have a good time.
You
You
say,
say?
appreciate it, Leo. Man.
Right.
It's always great talking to you. All right?
And this is
Legit.
I'm sorry. And this is the Mind Days out of where I need y'all all to stay healthy. Let's all become wealthy. Don P.
Club BOD, Max.
We out.
What?